Hey, I'm Paula Blackwelder with Circus Nation TV Network. Here today with Peter Gold. Peter, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you so much. It's so great. I'm just so grateful to be here, and it's so cool to be a part of this.
Well, Peter is actually with Circus Experience, but he's here in Orlando, Florida this week as a guest instructor for Trapeze Federation. Peter, tell us how you got into this business. It's over the top.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, much in the way that we provide it here at this school and at my school, giving regular people a chance to experience the wonderful circus arts. I was on vacation in Club Med about 28 years ago, just when the program was starting in Club Med. Tried it. They were short one instructor. They said, hey, can you help us? I said, sure. Managed to graduate college and became a full-time instructor in '86 for 4 years with Club Med, helped run the program. And then went off to Europe to work and perform in a circus school in Europe for a while. Came back to the United States and then got my first job touring in the circus as a catcher.
Okay, Peter, so you were with the Flying Casetas in the United States, and
That's right.
Which act came after that?
Well, after I did a year on tour with Caceres, that was my first big flying trapeze act, and then I went off with the Flying Alvarez to Canada. I was a part of Garden Brothers Circus, a three-ring circus there.
Ian Garden.
Yeah, Ian Garden, and so I caught Martin Alvarez. I was with the Flying Alvarez for a year, for a season, so basically, you know, the whole year. And then I went off with the Flying Valencias in Asia, on an Asian tour. I was top catcher for a season. Came back, moved to California, was working out with the American Acrobats in California, and then on the TV show Circus of the Stars, helping the TV people.
Sensational.
Yeah, and then came home to Florida where my parents were, and just for the holidays, got a call from a friend, said, hey, there's a troupe in Ringling Brothers, and they need a catcher tonight. So I walked in the back of the arena, it was New Year's Day, and said, hey, I heard you need a catcher. And they said, oh, come in. It was the Flying Vargas. Practiced one time at night, and the next morning I was in the show. Did like a six-pack with the Flying Vargas in Ringling in West Palm. Next thing I know, I'm on the show for 3 years as a performer and 1 year as international operations manager and for Ringling.
Oh my stars, and this was for Ringling Brothers.
Yeah, it was great, and just, excuse me, it was great to be catching such a great troupe. All the troupes were great, but to be on Ringling towards the end of my performing career was absolutely fabulous, because when you're on the road and the other shows, it's the setting up of the equipment and driving, and so, which I really appreciate because it taught me how to rig and everything.
Sure.
But on Ringling, it's just walk in the building and go, okay, my catch part looks good. All right, let's go out now. And then, so it was a great experience, and it was a great troupe, and I just loved being on Ringling, a great show, and got to work on, big tricks and, practice the quadruple for a year. Didn't catch it, but we were close, and had a great time in 1996. So 1996, 97, left Ringling, and for about 17, 18 years, I've been back teaching circus arts and flying trapeze, mostly flying trapeze for the last 16, 17 years.
Okay, now tell us, what took your heart from performing to training and sharing and mentoring?
Well, that's actually a great question, because it's really about the heart. Working with the best flying trapeze artists in the world, month after month, year after year, I felt like, okay, well, what's the future for me now? And I thought it would be with management, because I knew my body couldn't hold up forever. And then management was great. I did a great job. But I was like, there was something missing being a manager. The magic of the circus was missing for me. And so I knew I had to search for it. And I went to Las Vegas, started my own company. I wanted to get back into teaching and sharing what I knew with others. And that's when I created Trapeze Experience, which was my company up until now. We just changed it to Circus Experience. And that was really to share the magic of what trapeze is for people. Above and beyond the physical tricks, there's this magical experience that's happening for people, and confidence, self-esteem,
Sure.
and empowerment, and the I can do it spirit, and just really having a gusto in the face of fear, rather, having some ownership of fear rather than fear owning you. And I felt like, it was a really important thing to help people with while we were having fun. So, that's what I've been up for 18 years, building equipment, going around the country, teaching people, and just running programs and really helping the flying trapeze industry grow as much as I could. And that's where I'm at now.
Well, congratulations on that. And I know that you have taught in a lot of places. Tell us some of the places, camps, schools.
Wow. I mean, there's just so many. Many of the people who run programs today are people that I've trained. And I was in Chicago for 12 years teaching. I taught in Las Vegas. I set up a circus school in Texas that's still there. My manager took it over. Trapeze Austin, it's called, in Texas. And I've been up at the Omega Institute for 17 years on faculty teaching flying trapeze.
Yes, in New York.
Yeah, and in the Hamptons for 10 years in Long Island. I mean, there are communities across. I was in New Hampshire for many years, and Detroit. I run and staff several summer camps right now in various places in the country. Camp Tanuga, Northern Michigan, camps in the Northeast. I staff Camp Echo, Camp Lindenmere. And so I'm a big part of trying to help the camps find people and help programs across the country. I'm here today helping my friend F.A. of Trapeze Federation in Orlando. And so I've just, and I've actually set up trapeze in Asia for a hotel. And we used to do many gigs down in Mexico and, just doing trapeze everywhere.
Incredible. Well, you're sharing the love. And you really are helping people with their self-esteem and confidence, and they're breaking through barriers that they never thought they could. And it's been trapeze up until now. Tell us about Circus experience. What are you adding, what are you changing, and why?
Well, it was very convenient flying trapeze had the huge impact with people, and it was just what I focused on, and I love flying trapeze. And I've decided to take it to another level and include more circus arts and really get into act development for young people and stuff, to not just teach them stuff, but get them the costume, the lighting, and really work with people to develop an act as well as flying trapeze. So Circus experience is flying trapeze, of course. We're going to have flying trapeze, but we're also going to have lots of circus acts. And we're starting out this year in Lake Worth, Florida, in between Boca Raton and West Palm Beach. And our mission is to, whether it's young people or older people, is to help them develop some type of circus act if they like, as well as trapeze.
Okay, and when you say circus act and circus arts, are you including all aerial work, or is there going to be anything taught on the ground?
Oh yeah. Well, my wife is a contortionist. She was in Cirque du Soleil. So we're going to have ground acts, and we're going to have contortion. We've got a fire breathing class, juggling. There's a mini tramp class. And so we're going to have ground acts. We have the fabric, the aerial fabric, and lyra, and swinging trapeze. So we're going to do aerials and grounds. Everything's included.
That's a super opportunity for live entertainment to expand and extend beyond just circus, but in different clubs and different tourist attractions and hotel lobbies with the vaulted ceilings. The sky is the limit. This is endless where we can take this talent. And a lot of this has started with you. And you've been such a key player for so many years. So Circus Experience is now going to be operating out of South Florida. What do you see in the future?
Well, it's again, you bring up some really great points. Like when I started with Club Med in the 80s, and I would come home back to the United States from the Caribbean, nobody ever heard of a regular person flying on a trapeze. There were no programs really in America except, you had the FSU. You had a couple teeny programs, but considering the size of the United States, it was almost nothing. And now flying trapeze and circus arts is like in every community. And so I've watched it really grow, like from very little to very big now. And I think circus arts and flying trapeze is very much in a renaissance period right now. Like almost a transformation, because there's so much opportunity with circus arts and flying trapeze for people and kids and adults, just absolutely. And it's really something that adults can do too. And they get so involved, and it's just so powerful for them. And I feel like in America and the world right now, we don't even know where this is going to go. Like circus arts is just booming right now, which is just amazing. It's just incredible to watch the transformation of the whole industry. Like it's just beyond. It's like a tree that's just blossoming, and so it's really amazing to watch.
Yes, and we're excited about it as well. And we are looking forward to bringing the past back, getting that secured, And Peter, we thank you for joining us today on Circus Nation TV Network, and we're going to be back with some more from Peter Gold.
Circus Nation is a perfect example of what's happening with circus arts in America. I mean, there's never been anything like this, and this is just absolutely incredible.
Well, Peter, one of our goals is to raise money for establishments like yours. What would it do for you if we were able to raise $1 million for Circus Experience?
Oh, I mean, you know, equipment, more equipment, pay the rent, and just, you know, the more money, obviously, we're able to hire more instructors, and that means that, you know, more children, more adults are going to get touched with the magic of trapeze and circus, for sure.
Well, that's one of our goals on Circus Nation TV Network, is to help organizations like Circus Experience keep the museums open, keep the archives open so that we can have in special collections these circus memories that once they're gone, they can never come back. But if we have your help, we can make sure that they're secure and around for generations to come and to learn from and to enjoy. Please be a part of this. Text Circus TV 96362. I'm Paula Blackwelder with Circus Nation TV Network. Peter, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.